What's going on, guys? My name is D. Anthony. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit because I feel that this is a problem for a lot of traders out there. Whatever you trade, whether you're trading options, you're trading futures, prop firms, cryptocurrency, Forex, it doesn't really matter. But the question that I want to ask you, and I really want you to think about, is are you showing up every day and are you training yourself? Okay. Think about yourself as a professional athlete. Even if you don't even like sports, think about professional athletes, whether you're playing football, you're playing baseball, hockey, tennis, golf, you're in the Olympics, you're a track star, doesn't really matter. A boxer, an MMA fighter. Think about a professional athlete. Can they go and not train and show up and win medals, win belts, win Super Bowls, win championships, win the World Series? Can you show up with no training whatsoever and expect great results? Right? So the one thing that I really want you guys to think about is if you put yourself in that mental headspace and you really start to put your back against the wall, because I brought up I brought this up yesterday in the Discord, but kind of threw out this one-liner, this little bit of a quote, and it's like, why is it that when your back is against the wall, you as a human being find a way to make things happen, right? Imagine they told you on Monday that by this Friday you would be thrown out of your house, evicted, foreclosed on, whatever, if you didn't come up with $3,500. What realistically would you do to come up with $3,500 or $3,000, whatever it is? We're making up fictitious numbers here. But if someone says, I need you to give me $3,000, or there's going to be a padlock on the front of your house, we're going to foreclose on your house, we're going to evict you out of here, you and your family and everyone else is going to be on the street. That would be the most physical form of back being placed against the wall that anyone could potentially be at. When your livelihood is going to be stripped from you, you will do anything to protect and save the ones you love and yourself. Leads me back to my point. If you are going to be involved in trading, you're going to be involved in the markets in any form or fashion, you need to put your back against the wall and actively train. What does that mean? Are you actively back testing your strategy? Are you actively identifying the problems that you face on a day in and day out basis? Are you actively journaling your trades? Are you actively looking the night before at levels that potentially look good to trade? Or are you showing up scatterbrained and trying to take the first thing that drops or the first thing that pops? Are you actively working on your position sizing? Everyone's emotional connection to money is different. Me being down $500 could be like the end of the world to someone else, and me being down $500 could be nothing to someone who is comfortable with losing $2,000 a trade. You have to find your sweet spot. You have to find what works for you. You have to actually look at, your account balance. How many trades do you actively take a week? Let me ask you guys a question right now and think about this. And if you don't even have the right answer and you can't even answer the question, I can already tell you're light years behind. How many active trades do you take on a week in and week out basis? From Monday to Friday, how many trades do you take? If you're going to sit there and you're going to ponder and you're going to think, well, I took 2 today. I think I took 5 yesterday. I took 30 the day I was in drawdown to make my money back. If you can't put a ballpark number on how many trades you take on a day in and day out basis, you have no idea what's going on in your business. If you don't think that this is a real business, you're confused. You're going to continue to lose money. And I hope that you lose money, because guess what? On the other side of the trade, there's going to be someone like me who knows exactly what I'm supposed to do. Even when I take losses, it's okay. You brush it off. That's a part of the game. It's like paying tuition. It's like paying the cover charge. It's paying the entrance fee to get into the game. Losses are going to come. But if you're not actively training yourself, you're shooting yourselves in the foot. Matter of fact, you guys are taking a machete and you're cutting yourselves right at the kneecaps. And I made this analogy in another video, but if you were to cut someone's legs at the kneecaps, what's left? Nothing but no feet. You're not walking or moving anywhere at that point in time. So really think about it. Put your back against the wall. Are you doing everything that you can possibly potentially do to overcome the objections and the problems and and the downfalls and the pitfalls that you're facing? Or are you just showing up every day expecting a different result? You're showing up every day not changing anything, expecting a different result. You're showing up every day hoping that the market saves you. You wish that you can just come in today and buy the first potential setup that you see based on your strategy, and it's just going to run, and you're going to do it over and over and over. You're hoping and betting that the market saves your ass. You're not understanding that this game takes actual skills. This game takes dedication. This game takes a lot of practice. You need to pay the cover charge, meaning pay into the losses to see the wins. You need to come out on the other side. A lot of you guys are not understanding that. A lot of you guys are coming in here thinking that, well, if the market's green today, I'm going to make money. If the market just gives me an all-day continuation flush, I'm going to give money. Well, what about when the market chops around for 2 hours and you've taken 5 trades and you have no idea which way the market's going? Can you even identify that that's a problem in itself and you need to sit back and wait till a bigger level confirms? Or are you going to sit there and take every 2 minute, 1 minute, 5 minute scalp and get continuously chopped up over and over and over when the market realistically is not going anywhere? The point that I want to make in this video is that if you're not actively training, and yeah, I say training, okay? This is training. Every single day we come in here, every night prior, every pre-market, every day's close, every, weekend recap session that you go through and you do your homework and you do your charting is training for the real game, is training for the war, is training for the battle that you're going to put forth each and every single day that you come into this market. Yeah, I may sound extreme. It may seem like, well, it's just, either the market's going to go up or it's going to go down. No shit. But if you don't know what you're doing and you haven't mentally prepared yourself to stomach the losses, to know where to take profits, to understand when you should technically be stopped out because you're wrong, you're doing yourself a disservice. Not educating yourself on the strategy, not back testing enough, not being involved in a community with other people that you can work with, that can help you, not investing in yourself, not investing in education, not investing into a coach, not investing into a mentor. Guys, I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours sitting personally over Zoom, over a cup of coffee, talking, learning. You have to progress yourself forward. You have to continue to get better. It's not the market that's going to save you. It's not when we get into this bull cycle, when we get into this bear cycle. I trade better in downwards markets. I trade better in upwards markets. It's not about that. It's about moving forward each and every single day, working on yourself, working on your position sizing. Guys, you need to do a deep dive analysis at your overall account size, at your position size, understand and take the trade. So when you do take the losses, okay, my average loss is, $250. If my average loss is going to be $250, and I win 6 trades out of 10, I win 5 trades out of 10, I win 7 trades out of 10. Well, guess what? I can win 2 trades and lose 1 and still be profitable. Okay. I can win 3 trades, lose 1 and still be profitable. But if you're taking profits at $100 and you're giving up $400 a trade, you're giving up $500 a trade, that's going to be pretty impossible to ever get around to the other side. How do you get around to the other side? You have to hold winners for longer. You have to cut your stop losses shorter. You have to maybe position size down a little bit. Instead of taking 4 contracts or 5 contracts, take 2. So that way, when you do lose, it's not a $400 loss, it's a $200 loss. And when you take winners, maybe you're taking winners at $150 or $200 versus taking winners, snatching it at $50. You need to understand technical analysis and take profits into supply, take profits into demand. If you have no idea what your measured potential is, you should not be in the trade. That's both to the long side as well as to the downside. Guys, this is a craft. This is a skill. If you don't start working on the skill and working on the craft day in and day out, or at least getting around someone else who can kick you in the ass and tell you what you're doing wrong, you are setting yourselves up for failure. I don't care how many prop firm challenges you buy. I don't care how much money you have outside of trading that you can keep reloading your account. I don't care if you heard from someone that says it takes 3 years before you finally find success. You know why it takes people 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, 6 months before they find success? Because they hit rock bottom. Their backs are against the wall. They stop doing the same shit that they were doing the day before, and they start to work on their problems. They get fed up with making the same mental mistakes. It's not the market, it's you. Start actively training yourselves to become not only a better person, a better trader. This starts outside of the screens. If you lack discipline and emotional control outside of the charts, how do you expect to have discipline and emotional control inside the charts? If you don't feel good about yourself outside of the charts, how are you ever going to feel good about yourselves inside the charts? Can you go to the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and feel 100% confident in the way that you look? Or do you sit there and say, maybe I can lose 5 pounds here. Maybe I can tighten up a little bit here. You know what? Been out in the sun too much, haven't really been using a lot of sunscreen. I can kind of feel the wrinkles setting in a little bit. I'm not really comfortable. Guys, you think that it doesn't matter? It does. It does. You're not putting the right foods into your body each and every single day. How do you expect to have the energy? How do you expect to have the mental clarity? Do any of you guys deal with brain fog? Do any of you guys deal with fatigue? Do any of you guys deal with periods of just and you're almost looking at trading as that stimulant, that dopamine hit to make you feel better about yourselves? Well, if I just, if I make $1,000 today, everything that's going on outside of my personal life means nothing. I'll feel good about myself because I've been spending a lot of time learning how to do this trading thing. Guys, it doesn't take long to learn a system. It doesn't take long to learn technical analysis. So what's taking you so long to become profitable? Fear, greed, lack of discipline, emotions. All of those 4 things have nothing to do with what's going on inside the charts or the markets or the news or anything else. It has to do with you. Lack of education, lack of a community that you can be a part of, lack of having someone to talk to when you're maybe potentially stuck in a bad trade. All of these things have nothing to do with what's going on in the markets, guys. Everything has to do with you and this system. Right? We are a system. We are one system. If this system isn't right, the system on the other side of the screen will never be right. And you will always look for pity. You will always look for an excuse as to why you can't make money. You will always look to, well, my stop loss on this strategy is too big. Well, I didn't know that the news was coming out today. If I would have known that piece of news was coming out today, I wouldn't have taken the trade. Start really internalizing what's going on inside so we can fix it. If you guys want to perhaps work with me, perhaps live trade, get access to the courses, get access to the community, there's going to be a link down in the description box below. I only take on 2 to 3 new students, lifetime members each and every single month. I'm going to offer that, open it up to you guys if you want to get involved. I would highly suggest taking advantage of that as soon as possible, because once they're gone, I really stop talking about it and advertising it until the next time I have open availability. See you guys on the next one.